The PM said he decided to roll up my sleeves rather than ramp up the rhetoric following the acrimonious meeting between Donald Trump and Volodymyr Zelensky. The Prime Minister has dismissed calls for Donald Trump's unprecedented state visit to the UK to be cancelled following his furious row with Volodymyr Zelensky. Mr. Trump told the Ukrainian president he was disrespectful and gambling with World War III. In an explosive war of words at the White House on Friday, the SNP and Scottish Greens both called for the US president's state visit to be scrapped, but Sir Keir Starmer said he would not be drawn into a debate. He told the BBC's Sunday with Laura Kunzberg programme, "I'm not going to be diverted by the SNP or others trying to ramp up the rhetoric without really appreciating what is the single most important thing at stake in Europe." Sir Keir added that the fiery clash in the Oval Office had made him feel uncomfortable, but that he chose to roll up my sleeves in response, rather than ramp up the rhetoric. The Prime Minister presented Mr. Trump with a letter from the King inviting him for a second state visit only 24 hours before the public row with Mr. Zelensky. Sir Keir is hosting European leaders in London to discuss the war, after welcoming Mr. Zelensky and reiterating the UK's support for Ukraine on Saturday. Scottish First Minister John Swinney told the Sunday Mail that Mr. Trump's cannot go ahead if the US pulls back on its support for Kyiv. He told the newspaper, if the US withdraws support from Ukraine, abandoning an ally and betraying democracy, the state visit cannot go ahead. That is simply unimaginable. If, despite what President Trump said, a state visit can help solidify US support for Ukraine, if the US maintains its support for Ukraine, then perhaps it can proceed.